it comes to prison, you know, there's a lot of people that deserve to be there. But not every single person who broke the law deserves to be incarcerated. And in this video, I'm going to break it down to you and explain to you why. Check it out.
Hold down, man. Suitcase this, my cell phone, I'm a charger, don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see you ass, you gon' leave airlifted.
You already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor and hit that like, subscribe button, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Before I get into this video, I want to go ahead and make an announcement and let y'all know that there is memberships now available on this channel. Okay? Everything on this channel is prison related. We have memberships starting all the way from minimum custody all the way to max custody. So y'all be sure to check that out if you want to be more part of the channel. There's different perks that come with each, subscription. All you got to do is look in the description of the video section from now on, and you will see the link right there to join the channel. Also, what comes with that is now I am offering custom emojis just for this channel. And all those are prison related also. I'll be posting a picture of a couple of them in the community section later on today, just for those, that get a feel of, want to see what it is I'm speaking on. The more members I actually get, the more slots they actually open up to where I can add more emojis. So as of right now, I got about 10 of them made, but there's only like 4 or 5 available as we speak. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. Now let's get into this video. Now, like I said in the intro, there's a lot of people that are incarcerated, but not everybody deserves to be there, okay? And I know some people may not agree with me. This is my opinion, and I'm going to break it down to y'all on my behalf and the reason why I feel the way I feel. And the comment section is always open for anyone who's up for debate or who wants to just speak their opinion. Me personally, I feel like not every single person deserves to be in prison because you don't know the circumstances of what made that person do what they did. All right, y'all want me to break it down a little better than that? I will. If someone's in prison for a body, right, you never know what that person did to catch that body. A lot of officers like to bully inmates. They like to abuse their authority and take it out on people just because they're in there for that body. But you don't know what it is that person did to get there. I had a homeboy one time when I was at Charlotte CI, okay? He was in there for a body, right? Now, to make it sound even worse, it was his own dad, all right? He bodied his own father. One of the coolest dudes I've ever met while I was incarcerated, all right? Now you look at it like, damn, he deserved to be in there, And then, damn, Frog, your dad was your best friend, so how can you feel like he didn't deserve to be in there? He bodied his dad. I'm going to tell you why. He bodied his dad because his dad was touching his niece sexually. Okay? So to me, I feel like, he, by circumstances, he did what he was supposed to do if you look at it. You see, you never know what someone's in prison for. And it doesn't matter if you're in there for driving with a suspended license, or if you're in there for just being an accessory to a crime that took place, or if you're actually in there for something you deserve to be in prison for. You're still going to get treated the same. They're going to treat your ass like you're the bottom of the barrel, like you get the shit end of the stick at the end of every situation. It doesn't matter what it is. Now, it will never change the mind of a lot of correctional officers. A lot of correctional officers are going to always abuse their authority towards people just because they're in prison. All right? Now, say me and you were somewhere and something ends up happening and you're on probation. Okay, this your second strike. You get a charge again, you're gonna go to prison. You may never get out. You might get 25 years to life, which we call an elbow down here. All right. Now, say I take the charge for you because you're my dog, and I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll probably bond out, or I'll probably get like 2-3 years. So I'm doing you a favor, taking the charge, so that way your ass don't go away for good because you was on fucking probation or PRR or whatever it may be. And now here I am. I'm up the road for 2 years for something that I didn't even do. But it was behind a good cause. I stopped a friend of mine from going away for longer, for decades. You see what I'm saying? And the officers won't look into that. They won't care. They're going to still treat you the same way as if you did do what you're in there for. Now, I'm not saying there isn't people in prison that deserve to be in there. Because if your ass has a sexual charge or, something with children or anything like that, then shit, you can hear it straight from me. I feel like your ass deserve to be in there. Straight like that. Some people deserve worse than actually that, That's how I look at it. They should automatically be given death penalties to certain people. You get what I'm saying? But not all inmates deserve to be in prison. And I said this in prior videos, you come across the coolest people inside of the joint. When you're in the joint, you're going to run across some of the coolest people. Whether it's how much y'all vibe together, artists when it comes to tattooing or drawing that can do portraits and shit, all that. You're going to come across some real talented, cool individuals, you know? And a lot of people are just in there under fucked up circumstances. You see what I'm saying? You never know what it may be. If someone runs up on your mom on the streets, beats her up, takes her purse, mugs her, stomps her, leaves her there, and you find out and you know who it is, and now you run down on that person and you catch a charge behind what you do to that person and you're in prison. Are you going to be in prison feeling like you're wrong? I know I wouldn't. I'd be in there like, shit, it is what it is. I might be like this in my mugshot. Straight up. You know? Now, if you knew someone that was in prison for that, same situation I just broke down, would you feel like they deserve to be in prison? Or do you feel like they did what they deserve to do? It's kind of like the movie A Time to Kill. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that, but y'all go check that movie out. It's kind of like that. That's a real good movie to kind of break down if someone deserves to be like locked up behind a certain situation or not. So y'all go check that movie out. It's an old one, but trust me, it's well worth it. Now, the ones that do deserve to be in there, they should be getting treated more, you know, for wrongdoing than people who don't. Because like I said, anything's possible, anything can happen. You could be driving, not even driving, you could be sitting in the passenger seat and you're with your homeboy and you know, you ain't got no license, but your homeboy's drunk. Next thing you know, the police pull y'all over, y'all swap seats real quick. Police pull up, you ain't got no license, they take you to jail. Now here you go, you find yourself locked up because you didn't want your homeboy to get a DUI. You see, like little things like that, people land in prison behind. Get put on probation for that, and then you violate probation, and now you're in prison. It all started, though, because, you know, you did a good deed, is the best way that I could say it. And it ain't got to be just a good deed when it comes to people that are incarcerated that don't deserve to be there. It could be people that actually had a good reason behind the stuff they did. Behind the moves they participated in, they had a good reason behind it. You know, you could be looking at being evicted from wherever you live at. You know, DCF can be on your trail about your kids. You know, you never know what it is, and you need money fast. You need it. You need it. So now you decide, you know what, I'm going to do a couple flips on the streets. I'm going to hustle a little bit. I'm going to get this money and flip it, money, flip it, money, flip it. I'm going to doing it for a good cause because DCF's trying to take my kids if I don't have another place, and I ain't got the money to get a place, so I got to do what I got to do. Right? Now you get caught hustling, or you serve to an undercover cop. You get locked up. Yeah, you shouldn't have been selling drugs. Everybody knows that. But at the end of the day, you did that shit for a good reason. That's how I look at it. I don't judge people because of their charges. Unless they have a fucked up charge, like I said, that they deserve punishment for. You get what I'm saying? But when it comes to certain things, like if you broke into someone's shit, you caught a burglary, you're breaking in houses and shit, that's different than, you know, if you're robbing people and shit like that, that's different. But if you out here trying to make money hustling, or if you're out here, you know, feeding your family and protecting your family, and something goes down and then you end up retaliating because of something they did to one of your loved ones, I won't hold that against you. I feel like people like that, man, need to be, you know, rewarded in prison. I feel like people like that should, like, you know how in the army and shit they give people medals for things? I don't think inmates should receive medals, you know. But I'm just saying, I feel like they should be acknowledged by the reasons behind the circumstances of why they landed in prison. If there's just a flat out reason you was just out there doing this and living reckless and all that, then of course you deserve to be in prison. If I was doing it, I deserve to be in prison. You understand? But when you're in there for things that led to something, you know what I'm saying? Or ended up taking the fall because one of your homeboys was going to get way more time. You know, you could be with one of your homeboys and he never goes out. He never hangs out. He changes his life because he knows he's only got one more strike. But y'all keep begging him to come out and vibe. Come on, vibe. Let's vibe. Let's go. Let's go. All right, bro. Fuck it. Let's do it, bro. He comes through. Now y'all go to the club. Y'all start having drinks at the club, vibing. And then on the way back, y'all go to get pulled over by the police. He's drunk. He gets arrested, he might not get out for another 10, 15 years. Now here you are, you're like, damn, dog, you know you gon' bond out. Or you know that you might get a slap on the wrist, nothing major. So now you swat with him, boom, now you're locked up. You took the charge for him. And that's how it is, you feel me? Like me in the circle of the homeboys I grew up with out here in the streets, how it was when I was younger, whoever's got the least time would always step up and be like, hey, that's mine, officer. You feel me? Like if you're in a car with 4 people and 3 of them bitches are on probation and you're the only one that ain't never been arrested, hey, that's mine, officer. You feel me? You don't ask them to do it, but that's the type of things people were doing. You see, like just because it was like a friendship thing and you know that your homeboy's gonna have it worse than you. You see? So there's a lot of people that are locked up, like I said, under fucked up circumstances that don't deserve to be there. That's why I don't feel like all inmates should be treated the same. I feel like there should be levels to this shit. Because there's some of them that don't deserve to be in there at all. You know, believe it or not, you have a lot of homeless people that get locked up on purpose just to avoid winter time outside where it's cold. Straight up. My county jail down here in Broward, when it gets cold out and it's supposed to be winter time, there's a lot of homeless people that are catching little ass trespassing charges just to get put inside the jail, and they won't even accept time served. They keep saying, no deal, no deal, no deal. They won't even take time served to get back out because they know they're protected. They're inside of a warm environment and they have 3 meals a day and they have nothing to worry about. You mean to tell me them people that are doing that because they're homeless and they ain't got nowhere to sleep or nothing like that, you mean to tell me they deserve the same treatment as the people you see on the news that are running in nail salons and fucking banks and robbing and shooting people? Nah, they don't deserve the same. Them people right there just, they feel like they'll die out there in that type of weather. You see, they ain't got no food, they ain't got nowhere to sleep, they don't want to freeze to death. You feel me? So you have people that do stuff like that. Them people like that, they don't deserve the same treatment as people who are in there for some serious ass shit. And like I said, the people who are in there for serious ass shit, if you don't know the circumstances behind it, straight up, you just don't know the circumstances. A lot of people don't want to say nothing, if someone did something to someone they know, like if someone harmed one of their loved ones, they don't want to say nothing because that's considered snitching. So they take it into their own hands. And then when they take it into their own hands, boom, they get caught up behind it. Next thing you know, they find themselves incarcerated. But they kept it 100 though by not telling in the beginning. You see? So now that person's frowned upon and looked down on and treated like shit and bullied by officers throughout their whole prison bid just because of what they're in there for. It's so bad that the officers don't even need to know what you're in there for and they'll still treat you like shit. Straight up. That's another problem with corruption, is they don't even take the time 9 times out of 10 to look at what you're in prison for. So they don't know the differences between me or anyone that's watching this video. They don't know if you're in there for something this small, that big, or that big. You feel me? They don't know what you're in there for a lot of times. They just so used to treating everybody like shit and treating everybody like they're the same. When I feel like that's a major problem inside of prison. And this is just my opinion, y'all. That's why I say this community section is open. You feel me? Y'all can go ahead and drop that shit in the comments. And, drop how you feel. If you feel like everyone that's incarcerated deserves to be treated the same, or everyone in prison deserves to be there, go ahead and drop it in the comment section. That's what it's there for. And trust me, I see them. I see all the comments. You know what I'm saying? The ones that YouTube doesn't, hold for a review. You got to be careful certain things you drop on, comment sections, because YouTube actually hides comments and holds them for review on their own. And that's when people think people are deleting their comments and stuff. And a lot of times it just be YouTube that they got a mind of their own and they just snatch it up. You feel me? But me personally, I don't think everyone in prison deserves to be there. Because throughout my bid, I came across a bunch of cool ass people that just was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And they just ended up landing in a fucked up spot. I knew this old dude one time that traveled all the way down here from, where was he coming from? Kentucky. He traveled all the way down here to Florida from Kentucky to help a friend out, to bring them down here to do some shit they had to do. This dude was 70-something years old. And he ended up going to jail down here because when they pulled him over, they had stuff in the car. The car was the old man's. They all went to jail. And then they held him with no bond because he was a flight risk, because he wasn't allowed to leave. He wasn't from this state. They held him with no bond. This was an old man that couldn't even really walk. You feel me? and all he did is give a buddy a ride down here. You see, like, and that dude right there, this was in the county jail. When we was in the county jail, them officers treated him like shit. They treated him like shit and made fun of him because he was so new to this type of environment. He's never been arrested before, nothing. He was a veteran and everything, and he was an old veteran, and he just was not used to being in jail or anything like that. And them officers didn't do shit to help him. All they did was sit there and laugh at him and make fun of him because he was so lost. You see what I'm saying? To me, not all people deserve to be treated like shit. Straight up. And not everyone that's in prison deserves to be there. That's why you got to have at least some heart for people who are in prison, because there's a lot of people that are in there behind a good cause. That's how I feel about it. That's why I decided to do this video. I've been wanting to do this video. I was going to drop this video probably like 4 months ago. I just never got onto the topic. But this video right here is something that I always wanted to drop, because I seen a lot of times in the comment section, a lot of people will break it down and be like, oh, well, if you didn't want to go to prison, that wouldn't happen. Rule number 1, just stay out of prison. Only losers go to prison. Prison's for losers. Anyone can land in prison like that. Straight like that. And you can't even plan it. A lot of that shit ain't even planned. And I know one thing's for sure, and I know I'm not the only one that feels like this. But if you were somewhere with your kids and someone ran up and tried to harm your kids, are you going to sit there and think, oh, I don't want to go to prison? No, you're not. You're going to do what you have to do. You're gonna, instead of retaliating, you're going to act first. You feel me? And that can lead you to prison. People, you know, like if someone ran up on me and my child, you feel me? And I pulled out on him and busted him. Boom, 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 boom. Hit him 5 times with that shit. Guess what? Yeah, I'm not allowed to have a gun because I'm a convicted felon. So yeah, I'll have to go lay down for probably 3 years. 3, 5 years, something like that. But I got off on the charge because I protected my family. So that dude was a free body. You understand? He should have never ran up. I was protecting my child. So I'll get off on the body, but I'll still go down for the gun. You think while I'm locked up, I'm going to be in there feeling like a piece of shit? You think I'm going to be in there like, damn, dog? You think I'm going to be like, damn, man, I wish I never did that? Hell no. I'm going to be in there talking about I'd do it again if I had to. If I get out again after that bid and someone runs up, does the same shit, I'll do it again. Every time. It won't never stop. Why? Because that's a good cause. And that is something worth it to me. Straight up. And anyone who says, oh, nah, hell nah, then you're just talking shit, you feel me? Because I know for a fact, if you have a child with you and someone runs up to do something like that, your first instinct is to react off rip and to act first. You see? But here, I'll get locked up for that, and then while I'm in there, I get judged and treated like shit as if I just bagged someone. For no reason. There was no good cause behind it or anything. That's why I say, not every single person that's in prison deserves to be there. There's so many people that are in there right now behind good circumstances and causes. I make these videos for people who want to know about prison. You're going to learn something from each video I drop. And for people who've been to prison, these videos hit home. You feel me? I speak on the behalf of convicts and people that are on a bad path. I try to make it to where you don't have to go to prison. You can learn from my videos, and this might make you straighten up. Or people who've been there, you can listen to my videos and be like, damn, I remember that. Or what he's saying is all facts. Feel me? I don't just say shit for views. I try to make it to where every single one of my videos have a good meaning and pinpoint behind it. So that way when you watch it, it helps you orchestrate in your mind and you see what it's saying. You feel me? I'm picture painting right now when I'm talking to you. And that's what I try to do with all these videos. So like I said, y'all go ahead, drop that shit in the comment section. Let me know how you feel. Also, like I said, before I wrap this video on up, don't forget I got the new memberships now. Y'all keep an eye on the community tab, and y'all will see. I'll be dropping like a little preview to show y'all it is what I'm talking about. Y'all can check in the descriptions of the videos, and y'all will start seeing a join button. All right? And it's all up to y'all what y'all do with it from there. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this video on up. I appreciate y'all watching. Till next time, this Frog.